Hello everyone, my name is Matt and welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at one of the most requested game modes finally making its return and reviewing the good, the bad, and the ugly of WWE's 2K22's GM mode. So if you enjoy the video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. The good. One of the first things you do in GM mode is choose your character. This time around, you'll get to choose between 4 GMs, which are Shane and Stephanie McMahon, and definitely not authority figures, Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville. But you'll also have the chance to create your own GM, which is a very nice touch. Who doesn't love a good draft? This is obviously a feature that needed to be included in this mode, but what I wasn't expecting was the capability to edit wrestlers' popularity and wrestlers' style. In previous versions, you had the chance to choose whether they're a face or a heel, but the popularity and wrestler style was untouchable, so this is a really nice touch. There are inclusions this year of power cards, which give different abilities in this mode, but the one that caught my eye right away was Fixed Match. Even though it'll come at a cost of some of your show's budget, it's nice to finally have the option to know that the wrestler you want to win a match will win even in simulation. And lastly, it's nice to have the ratings war back. Just the nostalgic feeling of 2 wrestling shows competing for bragging rights is really cool and a feature we've really missed so far in wrestling video games as a whole. The bad. The first negative that stands out to me is that you cannot create your own show. I understand why they didn't include it, but it would be nice to have the ability to create at least WWE-owned shows like WCW Nitro or ECW or something like that. The length of this mode is a huge letdown to me. I know the attention span of people nowadays is low, but it sucks for players that want to build long stories to have the mode limited to 1 year only. This is something on the surface that looks like it could be changed really easily for next year's game or even included in a title update. Another weird thing here is that some of the match types that are missing are very strange. You can't select a triple threat or a fatal 4-way match. It's far more realistic to see one of those matches on weekly TV than it is to have an opening match of a Hell in a Cell followed by a TLC as a main event. This is something that maybe could be another update in this game. Another thing that's very surprising is also the lack of titles. Each show only has 1 male and 1 female title. I feel the mid-card title we could begrudgingly let slide, but the lack of tag team titles is a huge blow. This really sucks for people who enjoy tag team wrestling, as there's no need to create any tag team rivalries because of the lack of titles in this game. So maybe actually this is the most realistic game yet. The ugly. I featured one thing for the ugly section, and it's the show logistics. The premise of this is actually really cool, but it makes absolutely no sense that I would be running a Monday Night Raw from a gymnasium with no pyro. This makes me think that create a show was something that was at least talked about but got axed halfway through and they just kept the logistics anyway. This would be really cool if you want to start ECW back up again, for example, and start in a little venue with small production, but it just feels lame doing it with a WWE established show. Not to end on a negative, there are some other cool things included in this mode, like wrestler chemistry, which could either be really frustrating or really great. We'll have to see when the game releases. And there's also Triple H goals and tasks that he'll assign you in the mode just for an extra challenge when you're playing the GM mode. Overall, I'm going to give this game a shot only because of GM mode, because honestly I've missed it so much. I think 2K really have something here, but they have to be open to listening to their players, because if they don't, Virtual Basement have a game in development right now that might get a lot of these GM mode players. I recently did a video on that, and I'll leave the link in the description below. So what are your thoughts on GM mode? Will it succeed or will it be a flop? Let me know down in the comments. With WWE 2K22 only days away now, it'll be interesting to see how the game does on launch. That's all I have for this video, so as always, thanks for watching and look for more videos coming soon.